Hey guys, welcome to Elevate. We know these are really hard times, so we wanted to cheer you up since dancing is not canceled.
So we have a dance for you. Our dance. If you can do your dance, if you can do that dance just as great as we just did it here today, and send in a video to Elevate, you might win a soda to your house. So make sure to video yourselves do it.
Let's put our worship ears on, you know?
Yay! Love you guys.
Love you guys. We should make a heart.
There you go.
Do the, what's the TikTok where they make a heart? They do a thing and then they make a heart.
There it is.
What's up, elevators? Let's worship together. No, for real, but our God is still good. And it might be awkward in your living room, in your bedroom, but that doesn't mean God isn't worthy of praise. Let's do it. Glorious day. Now your mercy. Now your mercy, I say, my soul. Now your freedom is all that I know. Hey, the old me know. Jesus, sweet, I'm many. You call my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of that darkness, into your glorious day. You call my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. I need a rescue. I need a rescue. My sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I need a shelter. I was an orphan. Now you call me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future. My eyes are open, but when you call my name, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness. strangers, neighbors, our blood is one. Children, generations, every nation, kingdom come. So don't let your heart be troubled. Hold your head up, I don't fear no evil. Fix your eyes on this one truth. God is madly in love with you. Take courage, hold on, be strong. Remember where our help comes from. Salvation is in His life. Jesus, light in heaven, fair forever, His kingdom come. So don't let your heart be troubled. Hold your head up, I don't fear no evil. Fix your eyes on this one truth. God is madly in love with you. So take courage, hold on, be strong. Remember where our help comes from. Swing wide. All you heavens, let the praise go up as the walls come down. All creation, everything with rather repeat the sound. All His children, clean hands, pure hearts, good grace, good God. His name is Jesus. Let the praise go up as the walls come down. All creation, everything we'd rather repeat the sound. All His children, clean hands, pure hearts, good grace, good God. His name is Jesus. Swing wide, swing wide. All you heavens, let the praise go up as Father. Let your kingdom come, let your will be done. Father, will we give you the steering wheel to our lives, God? In every circumstance, knowing that you are good and you know what's best for us, God, and that you're in control of the things around us. We give you this time. We love you. Amen.
Hey gang, today we're diving into a new series. We're going to be in the book of Job. I'm super excited. I wanted to start off with a question or two. One, have you ever felt like your faith has been tested? Or have you ever asked yourself, God, why is this happening to me? Growing up as a kid, when I stubbed my toe, I would ask God, like, why? What did I do? What sin did I do for this to happen? Kind of another gross story. My wife, she just has genetically ingrown toenails. Sorry, Bella, I'm calling you out. She talks about them like they're a person, and it's really gross. But whenever she stubs her toe, she goes, God, why did you give me ingrown toenails? This is terrible. If you ever have asked yourself these questions or have ever wondered, is my faith being tested? I'm super excited for getting to Job right now because Job has a very hard thing coming his way. To kind of get you guys started, in chapter 1, it starts with explaining who Job is. He's a man of upright character. He fears God in a healthy manner. He shuns evil. He follows God without falter. And what I love is how he reacts to this terrible situation that's about to happen to him. It starts to list the things that he has to his name and who he is. To name a few, he has 7 sons, 3 daughters, this huge property. He has 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 ox, and 500 donkeys, and a ton of servants to take care of all that livestock. As you may notice, with all that, he had to be a very rich man. But something is about to happen. Satan is about to do everything in his power to get him to curse God. To give you guys some context, I wanted to jump into verse 6. It's going to be verse 6 through 12 to explain how this happened. Verse 6. One day the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with them. The Lord said to Satan, "Where have you come from?" Satan answered the Lord, "From roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth on it." Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil." Does Job fear God for nothing? Satan replied. Have you not put a hedge around him and has his household and everything he has? You are blessed, the work of his hands, so that his flock and herd spread throughout the lands. But now stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. The Lord said to Satan, "Very well then, everything he has is in your power, but on the man himself do not lay a finger." Then Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. This is crazy. I don't want to say that Job's being tested, but in a sense, God had so much trust in who Job was as a man and in his faith that he knew he was not going to fall to Satan's tricks. To kind of explain, there's some terrible things that are about to happen to Job. I listed a couple of things that he had earlier. All of his livestock is about to be taken from him. I believe his sheep were burned along with his servants. His camels, his oxen, his donkeys were stolen, as well as his servants were murdered. And then to top that all off, something terrible happens to his family. One after another, messengers were coming to him in a row, telling him, hey, your sheep have been burned and killed. Your servants have been killed. Your donkeys have been stolen. Sometimes the messengers weren't even able to finish before the next thing happened. But then something truly terrible happened. A wind swept in from the desert, hitting his son's home on all 4 corners where his family was meeting to have wine and food, and it crumbled in and killed his family. And I couldn't imagine how Job was feeling in that moment, but I love how he reacts to it after he's been told this news. And that's going to be at verse 20. Verse 20, he says, Job got up and tore his robe and shaved his head. Then he fell to the ground in worship and said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised. In all this, Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing. It's crazy to think that all these things were taken from him, but he realized that they were gifts from God. What I want us to really grasp from this message is I gave us 2 points. I wrote them down, and I want to read it verbatim because I don't want to mess this up because I think they're moving. And it is, Job was a model of trust and obedience to God, yet God permitted Satan to attack him in a harsh manner. Although God loves us, believing and obeying him don't shelter us from the tough things in life. But in trials, God expects us to express our faith. I wonder if you guys ask yourself this question is, do you ask God, why is this happening to me? Or do you ask God, use me? At the end there, Job fell to his knees and ended up worshiping God after all those terrible things have happened to him. The second thing is if you call yourself a Christian and you're not living out a Christian lifestyle, you will crumble to your struggles. But living out real faith will cause believers to deepen their roots in God in order to withstand the storm, just like Job did. Job's faith was so strong that these terrible things happened to him. Everything, almost in a sense, was taken from him, yet he had strong faith in God. He was able to withstand that storm. So God is where we find our true strength. And I hope you guys understand that diving deeper into your relationship with God will help you shelter the storm. And that is Job 1. I'm super excited for us to get into this. This is such an amazing book about endurance and true faith.
I hope that was super encouraging for you guys. We miss you a lot, and just text.
For updates, text the number below. Follow our Instagram and our YouTube and our TikTok. We love you.
Love you guys.
You guys ever think about like what Free Willy felt like in that movie? Like, did he want to be in the ocean, or did he want to be in the pool? I don't know, because sometimes, the last time I went to a Golden Corral, they had butterfly shrimp, and I was like, oh my gosh, give me some of that. But then I was also like, well, you know what I mean? You know? I'm gonna throw up.